Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my February plan with me as well as flipping through all of my spreads from January, so let's get started. So if you haven't seen my January plan with me, I will leave a link in the description box if you guys would like to watch it. But pretty much for this month I did a forest, like snow type theme. So my cover watercolor was this painting with some birch trees and some pine trees. And here's my calendar for January. I kept it pretty simple, so I just can have lots of space to write out any events in each of the days, and then I also have a section for events. So flipping over to the next page, I have my goals and highlights section on the left and expenses on the right. I've kept these spreads pretty standard, so for this year I want to kind of move out of my comfort zone and try to make them different or more functional. So that's how they look. The next spread I have on the left is my habit tracker, and then line a day on the right. I also want to kind of try switching things up with these spreads as well. So here's my first weekly spread for January. You can see me plan it in my January plan with me, but these are the ones that you guys have not seen yet. So I just played around with different washi tapes and different colors of blue, and also a bunch of photos from Pinterest, and I also used some stickers. So for this next spread, I was really stepping out of my comfort zone and going for something more minimalistic. So I did these watercolor circles. I think they were kind of inspired by Jenny Journal stickers. So I wanted to do something like that and like not use any photos or washi tape. And I like how it turned out, but I think I do prefer the more busy and like super doodly spreads like this one. So this is my last one for January. It also includes some days in February, but I haven't used it yet because it's this upcoming week. But now on to planning for February. So for this month I'm doing a pink theme, which is kind of no surprise because of Valentine's Day, but whatever, I really like it and I think it's really cute. So I decided to do this snowy kind of painting with a mailbox and then also some cherry trees, and I guess like the cherry blossom trees don't really match the snow, but it was pink and I thought that it looked cute. So I just drew this watercolored this snowy scene, and then I have a mailbox in the middle, and I also used some white acrylic paint in here just to make the colors more opaque, and especially the more pastel colors, because I find that my watercolors aren't super good with that. But yeah. And another thing that I ended up adding off camera was just some white highlights with a white gel pen just to get into the little detailed areas. And then I also added February on the bottom with a fine tip Sharpie marker and some calligraphy. So that's how it turned out. I just glued this painting into my journal, so yeah. Now moving on to the rest of the pages. So the first page is the calendar, which is really standard, and I do want to try to switch this up this year because like I have done the same thing for every single time every single month that I've had a bullet journal, so it's the same, but I just have a pretty standard calendar, and then I added the days of the week with some calligraphy, and then I also wrote February at the top. I used some photos and washi tape, and then I also made these stickers which I added in, and also have a section for events on the side, which I like having just to kind of have an overview of all the things going on in the month. Okay, so the next spread that I created is my goals and highlights section, and first of all, let's just take note that I kind of missed the letter S. Couldn't fit it on the page, but whatever. I added these roses, which I continue to add in throughout February's spreads, which I really like, and they're really fun to draw, so I just incorporated those. On the other side I have my line a day spread, and I also use this cute rose sticker that I made just by drawing on some sticker paper and then cutting around it. And then I also have a little legend so I can write in or color in my mood, and then also just a quick summary of the day. But that is how this page turned out. And moving on to a page that I actually decided to switch up this time, and that is my expense tracker. So I did this, or I used to do this all in like a long column type thing, but I decided to split it up into like 4 different rectangles with the different subcategories that I have for different areas of expenses. So I just made these boxes and then I added titles to them, and I have a column on the left for just writing out what the expense is, and then I can write in how much on the right. And then on the other side I have a habit tracker, which I changed up this month to boxes instead of just like a long column, and the parts that are filled in are just the days of the month that are still in January, so that's why they're colored in already. And I just wrote the habits that I want to keep track of on the side, and I like how there's just 3 habits so I can just focus on those ones, and then I don't have to get overwhelmed by having a bunch of habits, which I know has happened to me in the past. And the final spread I am creating for you today is my first month of February, which doesn't actually include all like the first days, but I just added some photos that I printed off from Pinterest that have a light pink type of theme, and then I added a title with a Tombow marker for February and a mini calendar, and I just kept the writing pretty simple in some monoline cursive writing and added the dates to every page. And this week I also decided to add in an events and to-do list for the entire week just because I had extra space and I thought that it might be helpful. But that is how this spread turned out, and if you guys would like to check out my last year's February plan with me, I will leave a link in the description box. That was like a year ago of bullet journaling, and that was right in the beginning. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I have hopefully improved and grown, then you guys can go check that out. But here is just a quick flip through of all of the pages I created, and be sure to stay tuned for my March plan with me, which will be up before March, so you can see the final February pages. And also comment down below if you have any theme or color ideas that you want me to do for March. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.